Hey, hey. So it is just me today. There is not going to be a podcast stream. DJ needed to reschedule it for tomorrow. So we're going to do that tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern time. But I was just sitting here and I was like, man, I still wanted to hang out with you guys. And it's been a while since I did just a solo stream. Just, answering questions and just hanging out with you guys. So I figured, what better time than now? So how are you guys doing? What's up, Boog, Terry, Downed Devil, Leslie, who else? Joel. What's new on the agenda? I don't have an agenda. It's really just like a Q&A, like old school, like we haven't done in a few months, of just hanging out with you guys, answering whatever questions you guys have, chit-chatting about whatever you guys want to talk about. So what's up, Brett? Hey, Kanan, just watched Hills Run Red. What did you think? I love The Hills Run Red. It's one of my favorite hidden gem movies ever. It was on a video I did last year of my 10 favorite hidden gem movies. But yeah, The Hills Run Red is so good. I've made like multiple baby face masks over the years. My hands are kind of jacked, so I can't really make mask anymore. But yeah, I absolutely love that movie. It's so underrated. What's up, Robert? And Maurice? Maurice asked, what is your top 5 Wendigo movies? There isn't 5 that are really noteworthy. I don't know why there hasn't been more Wendigo movies. There should be. It's just like Ocean, Cthulhu kind of movies. Like, it's just not been done enough. Like there's so much you could still do with that subject matter. But yeah, not any really that jumped to mind. I mean, there was I'm trying to remember the name of it. That one that came out a couple years ago. It was like a higher budget one. It was okay, but it was not really a Wendigo, not like your classic Wendigo story kind of thing. What's up, Clever Cleaver? Yeah. No, Clever Cleaver. Sorry. My eyes suck. And I don't know where if I even put my glasses. So I'm just doing my best here to read what I can. What's up, Gnarlos? Do you have a laser behind that eye patch? Nope. Just a pretty much blind eye. Have you seen Stoker? You have got to see Stoker if you haven't. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. So where did you watch it? Is it like a Tubi movie or? If you ever have recommendations, the best bet, if you want me to try to see it or whatever, is just to comment on a video. Because especially if I see a movie recommended by a number of you guys, it'll definitely get through to my list that are super long. I mean, I don't even know how many movies. It's in the thousands at this point of movies that I know that I've seen quite a few of them, and I need to go in there one of these days and like delete the ones I have seen. But yeah, it's like super long list. Hey, Betty, how are you? Just watched We Summon the Darkness. Thanks for the suggestion. That's a fun one. I'm glad you checked it out and enjoyed it. Like it's one of those that you don't take serious. You just have a good time with. Hey, Kale one. What's up, John? Let's see. Badass, I would display the eye. Well, why would you display the eye? Plus, I don't know, man. I have two eyes. See? I have two eyes. But no, I the main reason that eye is covered is at least is what started it. Now it's just kind of part of my look, my brand, whatever. But the main reason I started in the first place is because this eye still sees light and shapes and stuff, but it's set off so it looks over here, and so it's just distracting and it gives me headaches and it annoys me and all that. And so I had an eye doctor a number of years ago tell me, what about try wearing an eye patch and see if that would help, and it does. And so that's when I started wearing it a couple years ago, and then it just kind of stuck. I own it. Let me see if it's streaming. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never even heard of that. What year is it from? Bloody Axe Wound. I tried to watch, Down Devil. I tried to watch Bloody Axe Wound on Shudder, and like I just could not get into it. It's just, it's that lower budget, like bad acting cheesiness that's just hard for me to get into sometimes. But I'll definitely give it another shot at some point. But yeah, I don't know. It's the kind of humor and everything that just was cringy. It didn't seem funny to me. It just seemed cringy. So I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to give it another shot. But yeah, I ended up watching Little Bites instead and was very impressed with it. It's actually going to be on the video that should come out tomorrow. It might come out Friday. It'll definitely be up tomorrow for patron members and channel members, but it might go public tomorrow for everybody. I'm not sure. I still got a number of hours left of editing to do, but I wanted to hang out with you guys here for a little while and then go back to that. So Gnarloose is seeing Stoker as well. Maybe I am just not remembering what movie that is. I don't know. Happy Wednesday to you, Squid 51. It's just been a normal day of work for me. Just like pretty much what I do every day. It's just all really taken up with editing. I just kind of have something on in the background and I'm just chilling, editing away. Let's see. Brett Collingwood said, saw Dark and the Wicked last night on your Vice. What a movie, man. I loved it. The sound was amazing with surrounding. Yeah, very eerie. Yeah, the sound design, and I didn't mention that when I was talking about it, but yeah, the sound design of that movie is one of the best parts. Like, it really gets you immersed into it, and it is so creepy. Hey, Boog. Captain Howdy, great movie. Or are you talking about Stoker still? How has everybody seen Stoker but me? And I can't even remember what movie that is. What's up, Crimson Base? Crimson Base? Yeah, Crimson Base. Hey, prop dude. Yo, back at you. Ever seen Zombie Strippers? Yeah, Zombie Strippers is actually one of my videos where I was recommending it, because for a while I would do one recommendation per video that was one of those "it's so bad it's good" movies, and Zombie Strippers is like one of the top movies in that category because it's so bad but it's super funny and just it's enjoyable. It's like, to me, one of those really good balances of the, like, it's cringy and bad, but everybody knows what they're making, and so it's just fun. Yeah, and Robert Englund, of course, is in it and is great. So he's always fun in the stuff he's in. I've always wished that we would see him do other bigger roles. Like, he's only ever just cameo roles, which sucks. And it's like kind of what happened with Tony Todd towards the end of his life as well. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that the actors don't really want to do major roles and they enjoy just doing these smaller cameo kind of roles, or they just don't get the opportunities. But I don't know. I still feel like I wish we saw Robert Englund more. Down Devil says, at the end of Bloody Axe Wound movie was, hold on. At the end of Bloody Axe Wound movie was fun, but the end was confusing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just did not grab me. Brett Collingwood said, the house that Jack built from your other. Oh, you watched that as well? I must have missed something in there. I think you're saying you enjoyed that. Gnarlos, excuse me. I'd get a fucking tattoo with like what? I don't know, something crazy coming out of the eye, the dead eye. Oh, you're talking about under my patch? Nah, man, I don't know. I just like what I like, and I just am what I am. I don't really like, that's the thing. People think I look all like, a lot of people think I look weird or trippy or whatever, unique, whatever. I don't really think any of those things. I just do something that I like. If I like something, I do it and wear it and whatever. Like, I've had people for years tell me I should get head tattoos, and it's one of those, like, I'm not against it, but I've never come up with one. It's kind of like this hand. For the longest time, I had tattoos on this hand, and everybody's always like, when are you going to get this hand tattooed? And it's just like, it wasn't a priority. It was like, one day I thought, oh, I want to get the logo of this channel tattooed on me somewhere. And at first I was just going to get like a little one in the like crease of my hand right here. But then my sister had the idea of putting it here. And I didn't even think about the fact that it was like an eye. If I go like this, it just kind of happened. So it's a fun little coincidence. Robert Nicole said, Stoker is streaming on Prime. It's a bit of a masterpiece. I predict you will thank me. Seriously. Okay. I'll keep an eye out for it. Good morning, Kay and crew. What's up, Dark Star? Prop dude says, I can 3D paint you an eye display like Walter. I get you toe by 2 p.m. with nail polish. This isn't a fake eye. It's not like I can take it out and set it somewhere. It's just a blind eye it's just mostly blind. It just kind of sits there and looks off that way. But yeah, it's not a fake eye. Junk Hunter Boog, do you mean that Exorcist or Strangeland, Captain Howdy? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Something that doesn't concern me, I guess. Let's see. Nora Luce, I'm going to write a horror script about your eye now. Okay. What is up, Ralph? How you doing, my brother? Hey, Kay. Dederment. Yeah, you guys are losing me with your conversations with each other. Yeah, I actually almost played Captain Howdy for Halloween one year. But now I don't really play characters. I just kind of come up with my own ideas for costumes for Halloween. But let's see. Chris, what's up? Chris Pita. I see the demon looks like a good one. Seems to have a coherence type vibe. The Demon. I feel like there was a trailer just dropped for that, right? I haven't watched that trailer yet. Let's see. What movies are you recommending today, Kane? I have a video that comes out tomorrow, maybe Friday for the public. Either way, either tomorrow, Thursday, or the next day on Friday, it'll come out, and it's 10 movies that I recommend. A lot of them are brand new ones that are in theaters, as well as just new ones in general. But it's a video I'm really excited about. It's like one of my list on been the most excited about in a while, because they're almost all new movies I've never talked about, and brand new in a lot of cases, and just movies I'm really impressed with and excited about that are currently out. So see, Stoker had Nicole Kidman as the mom. What the hell? How am I not placing this movie? That's crazy. What's up, Wolf Bane? Yeah, I don't think he said it was on Shudder, Down Devil. I thought he said it was on Prime. I don't know. Just looked up Stoker. It has a high rating. I will have to check out. Man, now it's like the only topic of conversation is this movie Stoker. What's up, Mr. Fluffy? What is up, Jordan? Just watched Low Lifes and Frogman on Tubi double feature. Thanks for the Rex. I really enjoy both those movies. That's a great double feature too, because they both kind of have a little bit of a similar tone, where they're a little bit campy, a little bit silly, a little bit funny, but not trying to necessarily be like, they're still creepy and badass at the same time. But yeah, fun movies. Dude, that was like 5 minutes ago. I don't know. I can't keep, I'm just trying to skim through here and read, but of course I can't keep up with it. Let's see. Aw, thank you, Boog. Boog says, Ghost, you are a cutie with a gorgeous blue eye. Thank you. Betty says, you look great. Do what you like. Yeah, I just never really think much about what other people think of the things that I do. Like, and I've kind of always been that way. Like, I either do something for utilitarian reasons, like, it serves a purpose, or it's just something I enjoy and like. And it, a lot of things with the way I look at stuff, it just kind of evolves over time. It's not like I wanted to be bald, but my hair started falling out when I was 17. So I didn't have much choice. It was either be a 17-year-old with, hair like this shit, like literally I'm bald, like all the way back to there, basically. And so it was either that as a 17-year-old or shave that shit. And so, of course, I shaved it. And it's funny, I had long hair, like past my shoulders when it started falling out. What's up, JBB? Prop 2 just saw opening for Lebowski reference. Had to take it. Man, I love Big Lebowski. It's actually playing this weekend at a little art house theater near me. I think it's this weekend. I'm going to go see it. Or no, it's on the 1st, so it's like early next week. Leave your head alone, says Leslie. Yeah, like it's one of those things. Like I would tattoo my head or whatever if I saw something or I thought that it was something I would like or enjoy. I don't think it ever will. It's just not really my thing, but I'm not against it either. I just don't think of it like that. It's just not how I function. See. Joey Bastone says, can you recommend something? I don't know. I'm not sure what that means, Joey. Let's see. What do you think of the Final Destination Bloodlines trailer? Looks good. I'm excited for it. I almost wish I hadn't watched the trailer though, because the teaser that they first dropped was enough for me. Honestly, just as soon as I heard they were making another Final Destination, I was excited and into it. But that's the thing with trailers. Like I know I saw Cody Leach posted a tweet today, I think, talking about how he wasn't going to watch the trailer because a lot of people are asking him what's his reaction to the trailer. And he's like, I'm not even going to watch it. And like, I'm getting to that point too, because so many of these trailers, especially the second trailer, like the first full trailer in some cases, or second trailer, they're giving away so much of the movie. And like this trailer, I feel like there's a number of things that happen in it that would have been kind of fun to go in blind and not have known those things. You know what I mean? Like it would have been fun, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good trailer. It's so hard to cut a trailer that tells you the rough story, so to speak, of a movie without giving away things. And this is one of those cases where it's not like there's any insane spoilers in it, but at the same time, like the whole stuff with the bloodline element, it explains what that means, like why it's called Final Destination Bloodlines. And there's some, so I don't know. But it's a well done trailer. Either way, I think it's going to be a fun movie. And I mean, the main reason we go to see a Final Destination movie is for the kills anyway, right? And like it doesn't explicitly show very many of the kills in it. So let's see. Corey, what's up, Corey? Dr. No Think says, you still need to watch Taxidermia. Yeah, I do. And it's definitely on my list. But, the problem is there's new movies that are constantly coming out. And one's like, basically my rule of thumb is this. If a movie is in theaters, I will go see it. If there's a horror movie / thriller that is in a theater, even if it's the tiniest theater, if I know of it and I can get there, I go and see those. Those are always priority. Then the next is movies that, is kind of a buzz where I hear a lot of people talking about it on Twitter, a streaming movie or whatever. And then the next layer down is the movies that you guys have recommended me. And so it's just hard to work through that list because I can only watch so many. I used to watch a lot more movies than I do now, but even as it is, I am super burned out right now. Cause like, this is all I do. Like when I say that, I'm not exaggerating. This is literally the only thing I do. I don't go hang out with friends. I don't go to clubs, party. I don't date. I literally just do this. And especially if I add on top of that, watching a couple movies every single day, it just, the burnout is too much. And I get to where I don't enjoy doing this anymore. And that is the worst case scenario that I don't want to have happen. So if I don't get to a movie you guys have recommended, it's tough, man. I try my best. Speaking of tattoo, okay, John Connor says, speaking of tattoos, when I worked at a jail years ago, seeing how many of the inmates had neck tattoos, I started to see the appeal because I guess around those guys too much. Yeah, like my neck tattoo, it wasn't like, once again, it wasn't like I'm like, oh, I need to get it, because I've had people be like, you need to get the rest of your neck tattooed. But it was never like I want to get neck tattoos or chest tattoos or back tattoos. It's more of Same with my arms. It's like I see something and I'm like, oh, I want that tattoo. Or I think of something and I'm like, I want that tattooed. And then I'm like, where would that place on me that I would enjoy it and like it? Because you're the main one that sees it all the time. Like, and if you get tattoos for other people, you're probably going to be unhappy with it eventually because it's doing it for other people. But if you get tattoos like I do, where I look at them as like my tiger stripes, like these are part of my story. These are part of me. It's not about like a picture or a shirt you want someone to see you, like a statement or whatever. But yeah, that's how I see them. So let's see. Joey says, sorry, can you recommend any non-horror films, but still disturbing? One that's in limited release right now, and it is going to be on my video this Thursday or Friday, the one I'm finishing right now. And it is so good, and it's not exactly horror, but I felt like it was close enough and disturbing enough and all that I could include it on one of my lists. But it's called The Assessment, and it's incredible. It is so good. And I would say not quite horror, but a very dark drama that has dread and anxiety and makes you just so uncomfortable. And it's a small, artsy kind of movie, but damn, it's good, man. It's so good. So highly recommend that one. And then another one is The Coffee Table, which is not, I mean, it is kind of horror, but not really. It's more of just a black comedy drama, just super soaked in disturbingness, but not exactly horror. It's horror enough that I've talked about The Coffee Table many times, but it's not exactly a horror movie. I also saw a really good movie last night that's not horror at all. But if you like old gangster kind of movies, it's in theaters right now. Stars Robert De Niro, and it's called King of something. Hold on. Let me bring it up here. The Alto Knights. I don't know why I said King. It's The Alto Knights, and it's currently in theaters right now. And I saw it last night. And it's based on a true story. And it's just like an old gangster kind of movie. I don't like really good if you like those kind of movies. Definitely not horror though. What's up, SoCal Dan? Let's see. Brett Collingwood said, I saw the house that Jack built from your disturbing films list was fucked up, man. Dylan was immense. Yeah, he's so good in that movie. I really dig that movie. Like, it's super disturbing, and it definitely is not for everyone. It's like the only, the right audience for it kind of thing. But like, it's just a beautiful movie. Like, it feels like a dark symphony. It's just, yeah. The house Jack built is so good. See. James never mind says, shout out from I think that's Dublin or Dublin, London, or Durham something London. What's up? Goals, man. One day I want to travel over the pond. I've never been out of the country besides Mexico and Canada. Like, I really want to travel. I want to travel across all over the United States too. Like, but in order to get this channel to blow up to where I make that kind of money and could do that kind of stuff, I think I would have to kind of sell out and start talking about, Marvel movies and, you know what I mean? Like Disney movies, stuff like that. And that's just not me. Like, that's just not what this channel started for. And so it's not the principles of what I am striving for, but I'm bad at figuring out how to make money I don't know, man. I could just only be myself, but yeah, hopefully someday horror will get bigger and I'll be able to make enough money to be able to travel and visit all you guys in person. Let's see. Yeah, Ash is another one that I'm talking about in the video. Yeah, Ash is incredible. I'll just leave it at that. Like, I fucking love that movie. I've seen it twice. So good. Going to see the movie this week. I'm not sure, Terry, what movie you're going to see, but if you're going to see a movie this week, I'm pretty sure it'll be good because there's a lot of good ones in theaters right now. None of you have mentioned what I think is the best movie that's out right now, but it is the first movie that's on the video that is coming out tomorrow. So, see, Vancouver says, loved Strange Darling so much. Old movie, The Hitcher is so great. Yeah, The Hitcher's fantastic. But yeah, love Strange Darling was, I loved it too. It was in my top 10 of the year. So, let's see. Chris says, I saw there is a Possession movie coming out with Al Pacino and Dan Stevens. Personally, I think Pacino is burnt, but funny enough, Dan Stevens makes it seem legit. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. It's funny, when I saw Alto Nights last night, I was thinking about Al Pacino because De Niro is in this movie and plays two different roles, and he does a great job. Like the makeup stuff that they put on him, it is a little bit wonky in Alto Kings. I'm not going to lie. It does take you out of the movie a little bit. Like they de-age him a little, and there's just, I don't know, man. I wish they would stop doing that kind of shit. But anyway, but it made me think about how even though De Niro's look was funky, like he still kills it, man. The guy is still such a great actor. But Pacino just seems like a shadow of himself, and it's a shame. I don't know, but like, yeah, I agree with you. The fact that Dan Stevens is in it, I think there's a chance that Pacino will actually take it seriously, and that maybe it will be something cool. Because I just would like to see Pacino do at least one last great role before he leaves this mortal coil, you know? Narlau says, yes, I can't do children getting got house that Jack built. Yeah. I can't read what you said exactly, but I think I know what you're talking about. And yeah, that scene is insane. What's up, Mike Fuller? Thank you for loving the channel, man. I try my best. Shout out from South London, man. You guys are making me really want to go over there right now. For one, I'm a huge fan and like obsessed right now with Youngblood, like his new single Hello Heaven. Oh, so good. And just, I mean, I've been a fan of his for a while, but like, it's kind of like the new Sleep Token song as well. Like when a new song drops by an artist you dig, you just like fall in love with them all over again. It's one of those moments for Youngblood for me. It just makes me want to go across the pond even more, man. Let's see. Official Thor says, I support you every video, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you guys. I mean, there's 100 of you guys watching, 105 of you guys watching. That's just crazy. Like, that's just it. It's something I'll always appreciate. It's also something that is very surreal because it's like I'm just here all by myself all day. I don't ever see all you guys. And so like to think of 100 people that are just chilling in there wherever watching me talk is a cool feeling. It helps me not feel so damn alone. So let's see. Mac Attack says, do you keep a spreadsheet or something similar to keep track of the movies you've already recommended? Seems like it would be hard to remember which movies you've recommended. Yeah, I have basically it's a real simple system. I just basically in my notes on my phone, I write down every list that I make, and it's Apple Notes makes it really easy for me because you just type in the name of the movie and it'll show you all the videos that you've talked about. On top of that, a lot of you don't even realize this, but if you go on YouTube and type in Ghost Pirate Entertainment and then the name of the movie, it'll bring up all the videos where I've talked about that movie before. And it's pretty accurate. Every now and then there'll be a video or two that it doesn't, for whatever reason, realize that I talked about that movie. But for the most part, it does. And so it's a way, if you guys want to know if I've ever talked about a movie without going through all this like 400, 500, I don't even know how many videos I've done at this point, but it'll just cross-reference super quick for you, and you can watch that video. And then just about all my videos have channels set up on them, or chapters set up on them as well. And so you can literally go to each one of the chapters and just look in the video description, and it'll list you all the movies on that video, and you can just click on the timestamp and it'll take you right to where I talk about that movie. So one of these days I should actually talk about that more in a video, like, because I know a lot of you guys don't realize you could do that. I didn't even know you could do that for the longest time myself. But like, you know, I'm always on YouTube, always doing this stuff. And so little by little, you learn a lot of these different tricks and stuff. Francis Kemp says, where do you rank Devil's Rejects in my top 3? What? Where do you rank? Oh, it's in your top 3. I did it's definitely top 100, like, of all time. I think Devil's Rejects 100% would be in my top 100 of all time. Now, how high on that it goes is, I can't do that off the top of my head, because I would have to go through all of the movies, and basically is like, you know, do I put it above this movie? But like, I look at movies a little different than the rest of you guys, because before I did this, I looked at movies different, and it was based on what one I enjoyed the most. But now there's a whole different criteria. So it's like, my enjoyment is a part of how I rank things, but there's also where I think it stands as far as the craft of making a movie, like as far as a movie overall against these other movies, its impact on the genre. Like, there's all these different criteria that go into it. And so when I say, you know, this is the top 10, you know, vampire movies, it's based on me looking at as many as I could think of and find by looking up, you know, list after list after list, and research and watch as many as I can and go, okay, this is where it ranks based on all these other ones. So I could definitely tell you it would be top 100 in my opinion. Like, based on all my criteria, I think I can comfortably say it would make it into top 100. I don't know if I'd say it would make it into the top 20. Maybe. It would be, no, it wouldn't be top 20, but it would be, I think, top 20. No, I'd say top 50 over the last 20 years. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's so hard to do, like I said, without looking at everything it's up against. What's up, Mr. Humidad Vagina? I don't know. I'm tuning in from Mexico. What's up, Mexico? I've been to Mexico. It's been a minute. Last time I was in Mexico was like in my early 20s. But I used to go there a lot when I was a kid, because I grew up basically in San Diego, like right across from the border. But I love Mexico. Mexican food is one of my favorite foods. Like, I eat Mexican constantly. Like, the more real Mexican food I can find, the better. Unfortunately, I'm in Sacramento, so I'm a little bit of ways from Mexico, so the food isn't quite as authentic up here. I have found a couple little places, because luckily I'm not too far from Modesto, which is like Mexico north sort of thing. Like, that area, Stockton, Modesto, there's a lot of Hispanic people in that area. So let's see. Where's your partner in crime? What's up, Jack Doobie? This is not officially the podcast this week. This is just me live hanging out with you guys. The podcast will be tomorrow. Like, I should have been mentioning that more often. Because DJ had something come up. I think it's one of his because he's a part of like the Chamber of Commerce thing or something like that, the city people, and so they have these meetings and stuff, and so sometimes he can't make it, but we're definitely doing it tomorrow instead, but I figured rather than just leave you guys hanging, that I would come on here and hang out with you guys and just chit chat for a while. John says, I'm sure you reviewed the film The Blackcoat's Daughter. I need to check it out. Yeah. I've talked about it a couple times. It is one of my favorite movies from the last 20 years. Like, it's so good. As much as I love, really, I love everything that I've seen Osgood Perkins do. Blackcoat's Daughter is still his best, in my opinion. And I think Longlegs was amazing. I'm one of the people that actually thought it was just brilliant, but still, Blackcoat's Daughter, it's one of those where it's kind of like Robert Eggers, and Ari Aster, where they made these, especially Ari Aster, where he makes, right off the box, one of the best, like probably the best movie in the last 20 years. And it's like, it's hard to ever duplicate that again, no matter how many good movies you make. So Joey says, did you enjoy the Red Rooms? By the way, I'm from Montreal. Yes, I did. It's another one that I talked about on a recommended list a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I got into a big argument with, I think, DJ over that movie because he thought it was trash. I think it's great, man. I really, really enjoyed it. It's just the dread and tension and stuff that's built and the weirdness of it. I think it's a really good movie. Let's see. Thias Stone says, I'm expecting a DVD copy of Ed Wood to turn up on Friday. The Tim Burton one with Johnny Depp, because my husband has never seen it. I love that movie. I adore that movie. It's one of Johnny Depp's best performances, I think. I think that movie's so fun. And yet it's one of those where it's really, really fun, but also still based on a real character and a true story. And so, like, there's that biography feel where you feel like you learn something as well. I love those kind of movies. Let's see. John says, I feel you, Kanan. I started getting the Widow's Peak at 17. Yeah. Yep. Mine just literally, I would take a shower and just handfuls of my hair would come out. Like, I would every time have to go to the drain and pull out like a handful of hair and throw it in the trash. Like, I had a matter of weeks basically before my hair was going to be just totally gone, and I started shaving it. Like, it's weird, man. Like, I knew I would lose my hair eventually. Like, my dad is bald. Like, I knew I would lose my hair, but I did not expect it to happen as fast as it did. But it never really tripped me out. I don't know why. Maybe because I was so young when it happened. I was just like, I'm going to shave my head. But it's like my dad is bald. My grandpa's bald. Like, basically all the men in my family were bald. So it's like, I knew one thing. I knew I would shave it. I knew I would never be the guy with the bagel, to each his own. Like, my dad has the bagel, or at least he did last time I saw him. But, Wolfbane says, Mia Wojnowski was the focus of Stoker. She used to be all over the place. Where's she at these days? I don't know. I haven't seen that movie, so. I think if you're a fan of horror, Slackwell says, hey, I've been contemplating for a long time getting Shudder. Do you recommend it? I think if you're a fan of horror movies, you should get Shudder. And then I think you should go to my channel and look up all the Shudder videos I've done. I've done so many of them because there's so many movies constantly dropping on Shudder that the vast majority of people don't know about. And every year, I'm telling you, at the end of the year, my top 10, every year for the last 5 years, there's been at least 2 or 3 that are on Shudder of my best 10 movies of the year. And in some years, it's been like half of them or more. Like, it's just my favorite movie of 2023. The top movie of the year was a Shudder movie. Like right now, there's a number of great movies that just recently have dropped on Shudder. Like, Shudder is so good. And especially for the price, it's like $6 a month, but it's like one of those where get it for a month. use my recommendation list, go through and watch the ones that seem interesting to you. At the end of the month, if you don't think it's worth keeping, get rid of it. But you also get, and I hate being like the salesman for Shudder because they never give me any money. They never work out deals with me. I've tried for years to get them to sponsor me just because I love them. So this is just totally free advertisement for them, but whatever. I don't care. Like, honestly, I think Shudder is the best streaming service for the bang for your buck, especially if you're someone that enjoys thriller horror movies. Because on top of that, there's a couple amazing series on there that are just great too. So like Dragula is so much fun. Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs, which they're doing an episode like every 2 weeks now, I think. But yeah, there's a lot on Shudder. Jordan says, watch Deadbirds on your rec. Any chance of a Western horror list? I've been working on putting together a 10 best Western horror list for almost 2 years now. And I'm at like, I think I only have 9 or 8. Hold on. Yeah, I have 8 movies right now. I need 2 more Western horror movies to make that list. And it sucks because those 8 are really, really good. But there's like, I need 2 more that are really, really good because to give a top 10 list, if only 8 of them are super strong, because like, sure, I can come up with 10, but I want them to all be bangers. But I'm working on it, man. There will be a Western horror list eventually. It's another one of those, just like the underwater ones where I'm like, how has there not been more great horror movies using that? It makes no sense to me. Betty says, music suggestions, horror and jams usually go together. I'm a huge music fan. I love all types of music. So it's just a matter of, what you're in the mood for. But like, I'll tell you what I've been jamming on the most lately. I've been listening to Avenged Sevenfold a bunch. Like I was talking about a little bit ago, I am a huge fan of Youngblood, and his new single, Hello Heaven, Hello, is just incredible. Like, just absolutely love that song. Have listened to it so many times. The new Poppy album is fantastic. Who did I not mention yet? Oh, I've been listening to Swaco a lot, Wage War a lot. Been listening to Sleep Token, their new single. Oh, I can't wait for their new album to drop. And then the new Spirit Box album just came out, and it is just amazing. Y2K is fantastic. So is Baby No Money, or BB No Dollar Sign. Love him. Been listening to him quite a bit. I've been listening to In This Moment like crazy. I really wish they would drop a new album. Like, they got to be doing it soon, I would think. Although their most recent album is only a little bit old, but I've just listened to it so much. Yeah, listening to Tool quite a bit. Like, I've been really on a big Tool kick lately. Let's see. Yeah, but the AMC account, you get Shudder included, but it's more expensive. You can get Shudder by itself, and it's $6.99 a month. But I think if you get AMC, you'll get Shudder as well, but it's like $10, $12 a month, I think. So like, I don't even get the AMC. I just get Shudder because AMC's has only a little bit more horror. Like, the vast majority of horror they have is on Shudder. So you only get a little bit more. But if you like some of the series and stuff, it's worth getting AMC. See, Leslie says, did you see Antrim? I thought it was creepy as hell. No, I've heard about the movie for so long. It's one of those weird situations where I get a movie just kind of sounds played out, and I never get around it because I just hear all this like teenagers like, oh my God, it's the scariest movie ever made. And so I end up just being like, yeah, whatever. But I've heard enough people say it's good that I do need to check it out at one of these points. So Chat for Wheels says, have you caught any of Generation Z on Prime? My opinion is that it doesn't know what it wants to be. I think I saw a couple episodes of that, and I like The Boys more. And if you like that kind of thing, nothing compares to The Boys. And so it's like, it just feels like a little bit of a pale comparison to The Boys in a way, but I don't know. I can't tell you what I really think of it because I haven't watched enough of it to really make a good opinion. The series that I am obsessed with right now that I can recommend, and it isn't horror, but it is the best TV series I've seen, period. End of discussion, since probably True Detective season 1. And that is the new series, The Pit. And a lot of people are talking about it, but man, if you are interested in like the most realistic, crazy, gory, insane, ER kind of TV show, The Pit is incredible. Like, it holds nothing back. Like, you name it, you see it. It's just like being in a real hospital ER and seeing the crazy shit that goes on. Like, it is so, so good. The most amazingly well-written characters, like, it's amazing, just amazing show. The other one is Severance, which is just blowing my mind too. Both of them. I think Severance, the final episode is up. I need to finish that. But The Pit, I'm currently up to it. It's at episode 12. I'm not sure how many episodes it's going to go, but I think at least one more episode. Prop 2 says, driving in Texas is like Final Destination every day. Yeah, it's like driving in LA, man. See, I did see the trailer for Clown in a Cornfield, or the book, so look forward to it. I don't know, man. I was really looking forward to Clown in a Cornfield from the things I was hearing about it, and then I saw the trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, my excitement for it went down some. But we'll see. I don't know. The trailer just makes it look like it's gonna just be, I don't know, too cornball and not creepy enough. But we'll see. We'll see. It's one of those where I'm hoping that the trailer is just kind of but the movie will actually be good. I'm gonna see it regardless. I got 2 horror movies to see this week because we have Death of a Unicorn and also Woman in the Yard. So I'm looking forward to both those this week. So that should be exciting. I can agree. Trailers give away too much these days, though. The new trailer for Final Destination added no going to the family barbecue anymore to the list of things to avoid. Yeah, that glass shard, man. That's what I mean by I wish they had kind of just saved that for the movie, because it's such an uncomfortable looking scene. And I mean, I can't wait to see it fully pay off, but yeah. All right, I'm going to try to breeze through these a little bit faster because I need to go and eat some dinner and take a shower and all that stuff, and get back to editing. So if you guys have some questions, start your comment with the word question, and I'll try to get to as many of those as I can. Just trying to beast through here. Oh shit, I got a super chat or whatever they're called from Chris. What is up, Chris? I wish I could give you more for all the recommendations. I watched so many movies, otherwise I couldn't find. Man, thank you so much. That is amazing. Like, if everybody gave me $1, it would make a huge impact. That's why I tell people, I'm like, you don't ever apologize for helping me out, with whatever you can give, man. I mean, just, you guys all help me out, even if you're just watching, because like I said, it helps me not feel so lonely. It gives me purpose in my life, so anything you guys do, man, writing a comment, donating $1, becoming a channel member, a patron member, like you name it, it all is amazing and helps me out. So thank you for anything you guys do. Let's see. Yeah, I still need to watch Yellow Jackets, man. Like, it's one of those weird things that because I didn't catch on when it was first coming out, it's one of those now where I'm like, well, now there's 2 seasons or three seasons. I think it's like I need to just sit down and binge through it. And one of these days I will. I didn't know. Hold on. Juliette Lewis died? Is that today? Juliette Lewis didn't die. It scared me because like I just saw her in a movie that's out. Where are you getting that she died? Oh, are you talking about on the show? Well, that's spoiler. The assessment with Alicia Vikander looks interesting. Yeah, I will talk about it. It's in the video that comes out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. She is absolutely fucking incredible in that movie. See. Have you ever seen Alice Kills? We bought that movie. It's funny and not too gross. I don't think I've seen that one. Does sound familiar though. Yes, The Coffee Table is great. You're 100% right, Brett. Love The Coffee Table. Man, I am way behind. Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna scroll until I see someone write question in your comment, and I will get to it. So if you said something earlier, say it again, but just put the word question in front of it because I can't get through all the chats. Angela says, hey, Kanan, we love you. I love you too. Thank you for your love. Yeah, but Rob Zombie, let's see. Kay says Kanan would be a good character in a Rob Zombie movie. Rob Zombie, I don't think would ever have me in one of his movies because from what I know after meeting him one night, he can't stand influencers and he would see me as an influencer, even though I don't see myself as an influencer. But anyway, Slack Wolf said, hey, Pirate, do you recommend Shudder? I'm a huge horror specific side. Okay, I think I just answered that in a few minutes ago. All right, scrolling down until I see anybody start a comment with the word question. Man, I didn't realize how far behind I am. This is crazy. Like I'm answering stuff you guys wrote like 20 minutes ago. Here we go. All right. Hopefully I didn't miss some already, but I'm going to start here. Question. What's for dinner? I don't know. I don't know yet. Probably what I eat all the time, which is Panera. I'm trying to, stay alive and healthy, lose a little weight if possible, but mostly just stay alive. So I eat Panera quite often when I'm not cooking at home. I started getting these factor meals. So it's like you just throw them in the microwave, but more than anything, it like helps me know that I'm not eating too much sugar for my blood sugar. And like, it's enough food that keeps me full for the most part, but I'm getting some vegetables. And so it's like a really well-balanced diabetic type of meal. So I've been eating those. But yeah, I might go, I might go to Chipotle. I haven't been to Chipotle in a minute. That's the other thing I'll eat if I'm going to eat out of the house, because I'm probably going to go to the drive-ins and do some editing from the drive-ins. So I might stop at Chipotle on my way. Question from Joel. Best horror video game. I have not played enough horror video games. And it sucks because I wish I could play more games, but it's like a time vacuum. You start playing a video game and the next thing you know, you're like 6-8 hours went by. And so besides editing, the only thing I do to break that up is I have this little car kind of game that I play on my phone, and it's a perfect thing because it's like you can just race for a few minutes and then put it down and get back to editing. And it's also not really hard on my hands, and playing, Xbox and stuff gets to my hands. So when I do play Xbox, I mostly play a little bit of Madden, or I play Fallout. I love Fallout, the franchise. I play Fallout 76. But my favorite horror that I've ever played probably is like Silent Hill and Resident Evil. I loved those games. The new Alan Wake is amazing. So yeah, but I'm not the best guy to talk to about horror games. I did love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that came out a year or so ago. Like, I had a lot of fun with that one. Let's see. Question from Bill. Seen The Hive. Is that series? I think you're talking about that series, and no, I haven't seen it. I heard it was okay though. Do you think Leone will go beyond Terrifier? No. Yes. I don't think we're going to see another Terrifier though for a long time. I think we'll get a Terrifier 4, and then after that it'll be a while, a number of years. And it kind of will depend on the success that Damien Leone has beyond the Terrifier franchise, because he's going to go out and try to do some other movies, other things. But will we see Terrifier again at some point? Absolutely. There's no question that eventually he'll come back around. But I kind of think that he'll come back around and work as a producer / being involved in the writing room and this and that, and kind of have other people pulling some of the strings so that he can do other things. But we'll see. I mean, right now it's just a matter of he needs to be able to get out there and see what else he could do besides Terrifier, or he'll be pigeonholed into that and not be able to ever do anything else. And so it's like right now where he's got some opportunities, he's got to strike, Slack Wolf says, question. I'm a big horror fan, slasher, and don't have Shudder. And do you recommend Shudder? Like, I just talked for a long time on Shudder, so hopefully you caught that. Question from Black Sun. What is your favorite snacks and drinks while watching a flick, and what is your favorite adult beverage? I have the same thing every time I go to a movie, and it is the largest Coke Zero that they have at the theater, and then a small popcorn with extra butter. That is my go-to, has been for years and years and years. If I'm at home, I'm just kind of always watching movies at home. So it's, I don't really do much of a snack thing while I'm watching movies at home. But like I said, when I go to out to the theater, it's always that. At the drive-in, sometimes I'll get some chocolate, or not chocolate, the yogurt covered pretzels. I'll get like a little thing of those. Mostly just Diet Rockstar. Like, I don't generally try to snack at all. I'm just not a snacky person, because it like, as it is, I struggle to keep weight off because my messed up foot, I don't ever get to do a lot of exercise and stuff. So in order to not get super heavy and unhealthy, I just don't do a lot of snacks. So, let's see. Wolfbane, after the Terrifier series, no clown horror is good enough. Yeah, and that's kind of my thought on Clown in a Cornfield. Like, if that had been made before Art the Clown, I think maybe it would be a little more interesting to me. But like, I don't know. I've heard though that there is a twist in the movie, and I've never read the book, so I don't know. So don't nobody spoil it for anybody if you have read the book. But I've heard that there is kind of a twist in Clown in a Cornfield that does make it more interesting than it seems on the surface. So I can't judge it based on the trailer. All I'm saying is based on the trailer, I'm not super excited for it. Like I'll definitely see it, but I just not really, holy shit. Stray Cat donated $20. Hell yeah. Did I say her name right? Stray Cat. Thank you so much. Says, dude, you're awesome. Well, you were awesome too. That is huge. That made my day. Thank you. I mean, that'll like basically be dinner. Well, after YouTube takes their cut, maybe not quite, but still, it's huge, man. I thank you. Let's see. Have you seen Evil Aliens? Yes, and I have talked about it on the channel. Super fun, very underrated, like crazy low budget, campy ass movie, but really well done and really fun. Like I believe it's on Tubi. So if you haven't seen Evil Aliens and you want something that's just silly, not to take serious at all, super low budget, campy movie, like Evil Aliens is great. Let's see. John Driver says, hey, Kanan, I watched The Cursed and Chained. Both you recommended flicks. Thank you. Ongoing reviews if I'm subscribed. What? Thank you. You're very welcome. I'm not exactly sure what you were saying there, but I very much appreciate you. Thank you. Question. So if you have a question, write the word question in the beginning, please. All kinds of stuff podcast. This question: when you met Rob Zombie, did you get to talk horror movies? I tried to talk for a second with him, but he was like we basically took the picture together and he was like, all right, guys, great meeting you, and left. We didn't really get to meet him, unfortunately. But my whole rule of thumb is I don't try to meet anybody. I'm not a celebrity guy, like just not my style. Like I never wait in line to get autographs or whatever. And so it's one of those, if I end up meeting someone in a situation, which I have met a lot of famous people, especially musicians, but it's more of like hanging out and I just happened to meet this person and shooting the shit. So that was a weird thing for me, but it was because I'm friends with the bass player of his band. And so he wanted us to meet Rob and, he invited us to the concert in Texas and stuff. And so my thing was I wanted to try to talk to Rob. So I kind of followed him for a second and talked to him like super briefly about his movie 31. But I mean, it was only just very briefly. And it was only really because I didn't want to feel like I didn't want to feel like, yeah, I met Rob Zombie, but I didn't really. I shook his hand and took a picture with him, but like I didn't talk to the guy at all. Like that doesn't feel like meeting someone to me. And so I tried to follow him to at least have a tiny conversation so I could be like, I met him. It's a weird thing. It was a very strange thing. It was cool. It was fun, but it was very, very, I don't know. I'm not like experience I'm used to. So, thank you so much, CJ. Donation of $5 says, thank you for all you do. I look forward to your videos every week. That is super sweet of you. Thank you. Let's see. Cobwebs is awesome. Love that movie. Let's see. Question. Did you see Bigfoot Trap? Nope. Or Trap. It's a Trip streaming on Paramount right now. Nope. Never heard of that one. There's quite a few like super low budget Bigfoot movies. There's a couple like Exist was good. Damn it, I got a little hair right on my mustache. I can't figure out life me which one it is, but it likes to go up into my nostril and itch like a motherfucker when I talk. But I can't find it. Like my eyes not the greatest sight, so I can't really see that great in there. But it's like one little tiny hair, but I don't know where it is to cut it. So I'm not going to cut my whole mustache. Let's see. Christopher says, question. I've been waiting for a movie called Wake Up 2023 movie, but not released yet. Can you elaborate? I think we've talked about this before with that movie. From what I know, it's a distribution thing. And it's what happens with a lot of indie movies is they'll get made for the most part, but they can't find distribution. And a lot of times the people that paid to make the movie in the contract stipulates that it has to be either in a theater or it has to be on, one of the big streaming services. And unless it is one of those, they can't sign a deal to distribute it. And so it just sits in limbo, and they keep shopping it at different film festivals until eventually someone will pick it up that will meet the needs of what the contract is. And it's unfortunate because if a movie gets paid for and has this contract, people that paid for it want, it needs to make their money back. So they have, these stipulations. But if it's not that great of a movie, nobody wants to pick it up to pay to have it put in theaters or on Netflix or wherever. So yeah, it's an unfortunate thing that, like, sometimes is why you see movies take a number of years to finally get distributed. Like, what was the one that just came out that had been in the can for like 3 or 4 years and finally got distributed? Is it The Damned? I don't know. It was one that I saw earlier this year. I forget which one, but it was actually really good, but it was made in like 2022 or 2021. And it's just sometimes takes a while for it to be able to get, someone that will pay the money to distribute it. So thank you, Chris Donovan says, love the channel. Let's see. Question from Chris. Thoughts on Neil Blomkamp rebooting Starship Troopers? I'm excited about it. Me and DJ talked about it at length in last week's podcast. And I'm cautiously optimistic, but I think if there's anybody that has the potential to do a good version of Starship Troopers, is Neil Blomkamp. And from the article and what we are hearing, he's going to do it much more faithful to the book, which will mean it be a little less silly, a little more serious. So I think there's potential there. I mean, it's hard to say until we know who's cast in it or anything else, but I'm optimistic. I think it's going to be cool. I'm excited that no matter what, someone's making another Starship Troopers, because I love that first movie, and even the sequels weren't horrible. They were not anywhere near as good as the first one, but they're still entertaining. So, question: have you seen Seed? It was pretty disturbing. I don't see it talked about much. I think is that the one, the Shudder release one, the Alien one for like the streamers. I don't really remember it very well, but I do remember it was fun. It's just, and there was nothing that really stood out about it. I'd have to rewatch like the trailer or something to like spark my memory, but I do remember thinking it was pretty fun. It didn't blow me away, but it was cool. Samantha says, question: what's been your favorite horror film so far this year? I finally made it to your live stream. Well, I don't do live streams very often. We do the podcast normally on Wednesdays. We're going to do it tomorrow. So anybody that tuned in late, tomorrow we'll do the podcast. This was just me deciding to hang out with you guys, talk for a little bit. I need some water. There's a few movies that are in contention for my top spot so far this year. Like, to me, there's been 3 really, really strong, definitely horror movies. But my favorite, I think, right now would be The Rule of Jenny Penn. But then there's a number of other ones like Companion, where they're just kind of sort of in that horror world, but not like straight up horror. But I am going to, after this week, I think I'm going to do my top 10 horror thrillers of the year so far. But at least right now, I think The Rule of Jenny Penn would probably be my number 1. Yeah, I haven't been contacted by Factor yet. It's I don't know. It's weird because I've done quite a few of the usual sponsors that kind of go around. Because it's funny, we all kind of do them like a lot of the same ones together, and I'm just now this year finally a part of that group where I'm just just slightly big enough that they're contacting me, but I haven't heard from Factor yet. But it would be nice because it's not crazy expensive, but it's like it's worth it for what you get, in my opinion. But it still comes out to like $12 a meal. Chuck says, question, why did they drop the serial killer storyline halfway through the movie to Tane? Bummer. Because I don't think that's the point of the movie at all. And I also don't think that she is exactly a serial killer. I don't want to get too much into it because Titane is a movie that is one of those you just got to experience for yourself. Like it or not, it's a wild movie. And especially if you're into French extreme and just wild horror, like it's just a wild ass movie. But I think the murders that do happen in that movie are a byproduct of a situation and not who that character is, if that makes sense. And so I think that's just one chapter of that character's story. Hope that makes sense. All right, I got to wrap this up. My voice is getting tired. I need to eat and shower and all that stuff. So Nathan says, howdy, pirate. Cheers, mate. What's a book, movie, or experience that has had a lasting impact on you? Dig in the channel ad. I just had a Chipotle interview today. Nice. Good luck, man. I love Chipotle. The one that just pops to mind is the series Midnight Mass. Had a profound effect on me, like most recent. I've had a lot of movies, books, things over the years, but that is the thing that affected me in a profound way because it really kind of cleared up a lot. Like it helped me figure out what I believe in spiritually, whatever you want to call it. The way that Flanagan wrote the script in that and the characters and the way they talk about what happens when you die and the afterlife and all of those kind of things. It was something like basically I had been thinking over all my search, for those that don't know me, I have been searching through religions and experiencing spirituality on all these different levels, all these different ways. I've read a bunch of things. I've studied a bunch of different belief systems and everybody has their own path and their own, whatever. But for me, watching that show and the way they talk about it, it was like just an epiphany, like this moment of clicked where all the things that I had kind of been thinking, the way he put that in it just kind of summed it up for me in a way that gave me a peace of mind and really helped me feel super confident in dying and what it all means and just all that kind of stuff. So I could talk for hours about this to get really down to all the things that I believe and all of that. But yeah, another place, different time. All right. Question. Have you seen werewolf movie called Wikolak? Nope. Never heard of that one even. Have you seen Salo? No, I hear a bunch of people talking about that one, and I don't think I have seen it. It's like what's supposed to be like one of the most darkest, disturbing movies, and I've yet to see it. If I feel like I have seen it because I've seen like clips and things, and it feels like I maybe have seen it, but like years and years and years ago. So no matter what, I need to rewatch it, even if I have seen it. But John says, question from earlier. Not sure if you would be interested in this for a future crew meetup where we could get some rooms at the Clown Hotel. Dude, I've always wanted to go to the Clown Motel. I think that would be a super fun meetup. And I definitely want to plan things like that someday, but it's like, right now I can barely eat and I'm in a situation where I might get evicted from where I live even soon. So yeah, it's one of those life, finances are pretty dire, but someday down the road, I would love to be able to do things like that. Hopefully in a few months, finances will straighten themselves out and maybe something like that could be in the cards because I love that idea. I've always wanted to go there, and it's not that far from me either. It's like 12-hour drive, I think, or 10-hour drive. Question: the Hive is Hive Mind Zombies in a Summer Camp. Great stuff. Oh, I know I haven't seen that one then, or I don't even know what that is. All right, I got to go. So I'll get to this super chat. Appreciate you so much for the Rex over the years. Did you like recommendations on the Disturbing vid? I don't remember which recommendation. Oh, have Yuba County. I still need to see that one. I've heard people raving about it. It's one of those that I just keep waiting to see it streaming on one of the platforms, and I haven't seen it yet, but eventually will definitely watch that. I've only heard great things about it. Let's see, make sure I didn't miss any. Leslie gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Leslie, and welcome aboard all the new crew members. Make sure I didn't miss any more. Oh, another super chat. Hello from Dallas. Love your content. 2 questions. Have you ever seen Southbound? Yes, Southbound is fantastic. And it's such a good underrated hidden gem movie. Very cool. Like if you enjoy what's it called? Brain fart moment. Damn it, movies that have lots of movies in them. What the hell is it called? I'll think of it when I'm not trying to think of it. But anyway, it's a fantastic movie. And Dreamcatcher. If not, I think you would enjoy them. Love your passion for horror, peace, and love, man. Are you talking about the Stephen King Dreamcatcher? Because if so, I really enjoy that movie, and I've gotten a lot of shit. Like I recommended it in one video before. People talk hella shit about if you like that movie, which I think is stupid because you should be able to like whatever you like. But I think it's a good movie. I think it's fun. And yes, it's cheesy. There's some cheese in it, but I still love that movie. And thank you so much for that super chat. All right. I think that's going to do it for me today, guys. I would love to keep chatting with you guys, but as you can hear, my voice is starting to go and I need a shower and I got to get this video done editing so that I can hopefully get it up for you guys tomorrow. But if it's not up tomorrow, it'll definitely be up Friday. But thank you so much for hanging out with me, everybody. You guys are the best. And tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock West Coast time, 7 o'clock Eastern time, we will be doing our normal podcast. It's just getting moved one day. So me and DJ will be hanging out tomorrow. So if you had any questions I didn't get to today, make sure you tune in tomorrow and ask them again, and we'll do our best to get to those. So thanks, everybody. You guys have a great night. I appreciate you guys all so much.